Assalamualaikum my YouTube family. My today's video is for those who really want to become a citizen of US. So in this video I describe several ways in which you become a citizen of US. So US citizenship carries tremendous privileges, rights and benefits. That's why people will sacrifice so much to immigrate to America and seek citizenship. Most Americans are born on US soil, but there are other ways to become a US citizen for foreign nationals. In all the four fundamental ways to become a US citizen: citizenship by birth in the US, citizenship through derivation, citizenship through acquisition, and citizenship through naturalization. Let's discuss each one by one. So, path number one is citizenship through birth. Under US law, any person born within the US is automatically granted US citizenship. It's not for us. Most Americans are born on US soil. This is clearly the most common of the ways to become a US citizen. The next three parts addresses way foreign national can obtain citizenship. So next three parts are probably for us. Let's discuss each one by one. Okay, so path number two is citizenship through acquisition. In some circumstances, a child automatically acquires citizenship even though that child was born outside the US. Okay, so it's quite interesting that child automatically acquires citizenship. Okay, at least one parent need to be a US citizen at the time of the childbirth, and several other conditions must be met. When this child marries and has children, those children may also acquire US citizenship at birth. The way a children can become a US citizen through acquisition generally include both parents were US citizen. Okay, both parents were US citizen at the time of the child's birth, and the parents were married at the time of birth, and at least one parent lived in the US or its territories or both prior to the child's birth. Number second point is one parent with a US citizen. One parent was a US citizen, okay, requires that one parent was a US citizen at the time of a child's birth, and the child was born on of or after November 14, 1986, and the parents were married at the time of birth, and the US citizen parent was physically present in the US or its territories for a period of at least 5 years at some time in his or her life prior to the birth of which at least 2 years were after his or her 14th birthday. Too much rules, man. Okay, next point is one parent was a US citizen requires that one parent was a US citizen at the time of a childbirth and the birth date is before November 14, 1986, but after October 10, 1952, and the child's parents were married at the time of the birth and the US citizen parent was physically present in the US or its territories. Too much rules. Chacha cream, it's not for you. I think so. Okay, number three path. Number 3 point. Okay, citizenship through derivation. When a parent naturalizes his or her children under the age of 18 and living with the parent at the time, may derive US citizenship automatically, provided they are also permanent residents. What's more, a child who gets US citizenship through derivation does not have to participate in the naturalization ceremony. Generally, foreign born children under 18 automatically acquire US citizenship if three requirements are met. Child must have US lawful permanent resident status, green card holder. Okay, at least one parent must be a US citizen and the child must be residing in the US in the legal and physical custody of US citizen parents. The laws on the automatic naturalization of children have varied over the years, making a determination if the law applies to you is dependent on the law that existed when your parents' naturalization took place. Also, citizenship cannot be derived from step parents. Okay. Number fourth is citizenship through naturalization. Naturalization refers to the process in which a person not born in the US uh, voluntarily become a US citizen. For foreign born person, naturalization is the most common way to become a US citizen. There are several requirements that must be fulfilled before an individual can apply for citizenship. Generally, applicant must be 18 years old and fall into one of the following three basic eligibility criteria categories. Um, 5 years as a permanent resident, 3 years as a permanent resident who has lived in marital union with the US citizen spouse for at least 3 years, qualifying service in the US Armed Forces. There are three most common eligibility categories. The vast majority of naturalized citizens come through one of the above paths. Find a comprehensive list of eligibility categories in Chapter 4 of USCIS Guide to Naturalization. Okay, hope you liked my video. I think this path number 4, citizenship through naturalization, and the point 3 years as a permanent resident who has lived in marital union with a US citizen spouse for at least 3 years. It's for you, Chacha Kareem. um, I highlight Chacha Kareem's name second time in this video. Actually, this video is for him. He forced me to make this video, so um, hope you guys like it, and please subscribe my channel for more interesting videos.